Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do a quick post review on one of my latest completions. In fact, I think it is my latest completion. And this is Window to the Sea, which is licensed artwork by the artist Mikki Senkarik from Diamond Art Club. Now, I finished this earlier this month as part of my round drill project for 2026, which I'll get into in just a moment, but let me remove my logbook so you can see it properly. And I'm trying to do more post reviews on this channel just to help people out if they are thinking about picking up a kit, or with older kits that may not be available anymore, which is often what it is when working through my stash, just to give you an idea of things you might want to pick up on D-stash, or something that might be lingering at the bottom of your stash that you might want to pull out and work. This one is current. It was brought out in Diamond Art Club's anniversary sale in 2025, and it is still a current kit. In fact, as of the time of filming this video, it is currently in stock. Obviously, by the time this gets up, I don't know if that will be the case, but right now you can grab it. It is 55.6 by 55.6 centimeters squared, but it has round drills because, as I mentioned, I worked on this as part of a project I have for 2026. Round drill kits are something which I have always enjoyed now and again, but I have a strong preference for square drill kits. And I often find that there are round drill kits in my stash where I love the artwork and I'm just not reaching for them. And one of my goals for 2026 was to try and get over that slight aversion to picking them up and working on them by just making myself work on them, quite simply. So my goal for the year is that at all times I will have a round kit on the go. So I kicked off in January with a very old kit that was also my oldest kit, because I'm also doing Refresh Your Stash. But that's the only time this has worked out this year. All my other round kits have been more recent. And the idea is I have a round kit on the go. I don't need to work on that exclusively. I've got lots of other kits I'm working on, but I do need to work on it consistently, you know, chipping away at it at least a little bit every month. And if I finish a round drill kit, then within that same month, I will kit up the next one so that I'm continuing. So this was, now, let me think. I have to count. I think it was the third, possibly. Right, now I've just flipped through my logbook. This is the fourth round drill kit that I have completed in 2026. So it's not like I've done loads, but I'm keeping them ticking over, and I could very easily have done 1 or 0 if it weren't for that. So I do think it's working. I don't think at this point in time that I'm going to continue this particular goal into 2027, because I feel like I have probably done enough to just get myself back in the groove and get myself willing to work on them and not avoiding them. That said, I didn't have the easiest time with this kit. I do not think it was anything to do with the nature of working with round drills, because Diamond Art Club round drills these days are fab. Their round drill kits are so sparkly. Hopefully you can catch a glimpse of that, and it just, in person, it adds such a dimension to the viewing experience. They have also absolutely nailed their grid for round drills. There's no longer any gapping. You can multi-place them fairly easily if you are a multi-placer like me. So I don't think it was anything to do with it being a round drill kit, although I did wonder if this was the kind of artwork that might have been best served by being done in square drills. I don't know. I mean, if you're after precision, I guess every kit would need to be in square drills. So there have to be some where you sacrifice the precision of square drills in a render for the sparkle of round drills. But yeah, it is a beautiful finish. For some reason, I had a hard time getting into this. So let me just open up my logbook and then I can talk to you a little bit more about why. Where's it gone? Okay, so this was my 88th ever diamond painting start and my 84th finish. It was my 14th finish in 2026, so this is getting on for being probably the most prolific year of diamond painting. I don't think that makes sense, but you know what I mean. I think I've done more diamond painting this year. I've almost done more diamond painting this year than I have in any other whole year period, and it's only August. So I am on track to have done more diamond paintings this year than I ever have in a previous year. my first year of diamond painting, my first couple of years even, I was obsessed. I was doing loads of it, but I probably wasn't as quick because I wasn't as proficient with a multi-placer, and I wasn't as good at picking kits that I would want to work on. After that, in 2023, I opened my shop. I sell putty on Etsy, Crafting Cat UK. And then that has taken up a lot of my time, obviously, in the past couple of years. This year so far, 2026 today, has been a mixed bag because I have had some health issues. My fibromyalgia has been giving me issues, and I've had a lot of back pain and problems that have made it very difficult for me to stand for a long time doing the physical work of making putty. And then this summer, there's been several days where it's just been too hot to safely make putty. So that has been on a back burner, which is unfortunate because that is my livelihood. And I am making all the plans to get back into it as much as I possibly can in September. However, the flip side of that is that I have had more time to diamond paint again. And not just that I've had more time, but I've been making more time for it. I've been fighting my natural inclination to procrastinate and not get round to it. So I've been getting to my diamond painting earlier in the day, getting more done, and that has been really positive for me. It was my 7th finish in the 2026 to 2027 review period, April to April, that I mark on this channel. And the other note I've got here is that I bought it on the 30th of May 2025 in that anniversary sale that I mentioned. And I started this on the 19th of May 2026 and didn't finish it until the 2nd of August. So in May, I did a row. In June, I did a row. And then at the end of July, I came back to it and completed the rest of it. So that was July, just slightly edging into August. Something that I have learned about myself as a diamond painter is that I do get bored easily. There are some kits that just, for reasons unknown to me, do not grab me as much as others. And I always liken it to when you pick up a book and you think you're going to love it and maybe you can't get into it. And then eventually you do get into it. And I'm usually like that with diamond paintings. I wouldn't say I ever got super into this painting. And I don't think that's for any objective reason that would, you know, cast a negative light on this painting. I don't think that, you know, this isn't me saying, oh, this kit wasn't fun, don't do it. It's just saying that for whatever unspecified reason, it didn't totally grab me. But when I have kits like that, what I do is I just have several whips on the go. I'll do a row, put it away, do a row, put it away. And then when I get closer to the end, what almost certainly happens is that even if I haven't totally got into it, I feel like, well, there's not too much left to do. I can push on and get that done. And then I've cleared that one out of the way that it was fun, but not as fun as others. It's the fairest way to describe it, right? Obviously, I didn't hate it or I wouldn't have completed it. It wasn't grabbing me as much as other whips that I have ongoing at the moment. Some other comments I have. The drill size was slightly inconsistent. So there were some colours. So remember what I said about the grid and how well the drills were fitting. I did notice there were a few colours, particularly the blues in this section. I remember this being a problem. And there were a couple of other bits too, where the drills just seemed slightly smaller and you could see it. You could see that they were ever so slightly smaller than other ones. So that meant that those areas were a bit prone to gapping if I didn't lower the amount of drills I was multi-placing at a time. There were also some colours which had a lot of misshapen drills. Let's see if I can find any to show you. So I kitted it up. It had, I think it was, 76 colours. So I actually just took one level of my 240 bottle storage case. I got this for a max colour kit that I did from Diamond Art Studio a while back. And now, I mean, I may do another max colour kit at some point in the future, or I may at least have a kit with well over 100 colours that this will come in useful for. But for now, what I'm finding it really good for is a kit like this that has 70 something colours. Well, I can fit 80 in a tray. So this is how I kitted it up. Now, what was it? 841. So this is one that I highlighted, but I know there were others that had a lot of misshapen drills. Let's see if I can find any to show you. Obviously, a lot of them are now in my little trash pot. Yeah, I can't spot any. This was a bad way to do it. But there were a lot that were kind of an oval shape. Why have I done this? Will I ever learn? I did something similar on the last video I filmed. Like, why did I not go to the effort of grabbing a tray so that I'm not now struggling to put them back? Oh dear. Right, let me finish this off camera. Okay, so what I was trying to describe is the fact that there were a lot of shapes, drills in this colour, and a few others that seemed sort of almost stretched out. They were slightly oval. And the nature of round drill kits where the drills, they are butting up against each other, as I've explained. The grid was nice and snug, but they don't, because they're round, they're not filling the entire square. There is space if you want to place drills like that, and I've no doubt that I did in some places, but I just didn't like the look of them. The other thing that I had that I was so grateful for with this kit is that when I showed this in an earlier video, I think it was one where I wasn't sure which round drill kit to work on next, so I asked you guys to let me know between 3 I was deciding on, and most people thought this one. Someone commented that they and someone else they knew had run out of some drills for this kit. And I asked her to let me know if there were any colours in particular, and she said 317. I was kitting down another round drill project. I think it was a laundry black cats even, and I saw that I had some 317 in that one, and I thought, well, I'll just keep it just in case. And I absolutely, definitely, categorically would have run out without doing that. Now, I have a warranty for this kit. I bought it myself. I could have sent off to DOC for extra drills. But I just always try and avoid doing that if I can, because it takes time. You know, I'm in the UK, they have to get all the way over to me. I don't want to have to put away a kit that isn't entirely finished if I have a way around it. So I was really glad that I knew to keep these and use them, because I mean, it wasn't like it was just a handful of drills, you know. I ran out of those probably on the second to last row, with a fair bit more of it to come in the kit. Another comment I had was that 606 and 946 had similar symbols and colours. So 606, yes, I remember this. They're not so dramatically similar that it's impossible or anything, but when these symbols are shrunk down on the canvas and you lose some of the precision and definition, they were two reddish orange colours with spiky bits coming up. And yeah, I had to be careful in sections with those. So watch out for that if you're working on this kit. Special drills wise, we had an orange AB, a blue AB, a red fairy dust, a pink fairy dust, and a sort of turquoisey greeny fairy dust. There were quite a lot of special drills in all the sunflowers down here and up here as well. There were quite a lot of bits of fairy dust speckled through the reddish pink flowers, and there was some gorgeous use of that blue AB in the sea. So I thought that the special drills were used really nicely in this kit overall, and they really do add to that shine and texture, and yeah, just really, really pretty when placed. I'm still trying to figure out why I didn't love working on this kit. I know that some of the sections with a lot of browns and greys felt a little boring. I think one thing possibly is that my tolerance for confetti is lower with a round drill kit. I think of confetti as being something associated with high detail, and then that's usually square drills. So I suppose I expect less of it, and it's not like, you know, the highest confetti kit ever. As you can see, there's quite large patches of blocking and line blocking in the sea. But a lot of the outside parts are quite confetti, and in some places they're deceptively colour changey, and there's a lot less, you know, uniformity of colour than you might think. So I wonder if that's why. But I'm not sure, and I guess we shall never know, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But all I can do is just be honest about my experience with the kit. And I do just want to stress again that this isn't me saying, oh, this kit was terrible, you shouldn't buy it. It wasn't even me saying I didn't enjoy it. It's just me saying that for purely subjective reasons that I cannot even put a finger on, I didn't love this kit as much as a lot of other kits I've completed. And that's all it is. That's all it is at the end of the day. I still had fun with it. I still think it's very pretty as a finish, and I'm happy I've done it. So my next round drill kit I did share with you in my July review, July month in review video. That is going to be Three Sisters by Lyra the Lavender Witch. And I'm doing that because as we move into September and October, I want to work on some seasonal kits for Halloween before moving on to Christmas kits. You know, that's basically what the last few months of the year are going to be focusing on. So whilst that kit isn't a specifically Halloween kit, I mean, it's kind of Halloween adjacent, at least with the theme. So I'm going to do that as my next round drill kit. And also just because I've been wanting to work on that for ages. And that I also bought in this anniversary sale. It was unusual last year because they had a lot of round drill kits that I liked. So I mostly bought round drill kits in that anniversary sale. But hey ho. So that is the end of my post review of this video. As I said, it is still available. It is even available right now, this moment, if I get this video up quick enough that that hasn't changed by the time it's uploaded. But if it has gone out of stock, you can hopefully sign up for notifications. And yeah, it is a really, really beautiful piece. Love that it's a bit more snack size, particularly as I didn't have the most fun with it. But yeah, this is a really nice medium-sized canvas, which generally feels very doable. So yeah, who knows what was going on with me with this one. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. Please do comment as ever to let me know what you think of it. If you've worked on this or anything similar and had similar experiences where maybe you didn't enjoy a kit as much as you thought you would, because I was really looking forward to this one. Weird, isn't it? And if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.